How we doing, y'all? All right, got the live stream going. I think we're ready to go. So this is again the OnlyFans cooking battle. It's another episode. I don't care. But anyway.
Welcome to the Super Finals.
Okay, this guy might know his shit. But, I mean, I'm sorry, but some of these chicks had to fuck this dude to get on this.
The legacies
Because these chicks are terrible.
will be formed as our season champions battle for the ultimate title and a prize of $10,000.
I got the bread and I got the juice. I got some dogs and I let them loose.
I have been cooking a lot. I've been doing everything he told me. Honestly, I was so confident before I came here, and as soon as I walk into the door, those little nerves are coming back.
I was born a winner. I'm leaving here a winner.
You're not a winner. You get paid a shit ton of money to show your tits. That's not a talent, sweetheart.
I am so happy to be back. It's not going to be so overwhelming.
Because you guys are champions. Season 4 and Season 3.
Again. How many times is this slime? I mean, this dude looks like a fucking scumbag.
This one's one for the books. Branzino over open fire and a sore.
I mean, I'm sorry. Is this guy an actual chef or I don't know, he shows glimpses of being that. Or is this guy just a straight up fucking porn director? No, we watched another episode.
Bay. A great sorbet should have vibrant color and should cleanse the palate.
Yeah, and I treat her like a whore, but at least she can make a sandwich.
You ready, Chef?
Ready.
You ready, Chef?
I'm ready.
With 30 minutes on the
1,000 chefs have now cried in terror because you called them chefs. They're not. They're whores.
clock. Let's cook.
My first thing.
The only way this would actually work for me as like a premium thing is the loser has to like eat out the winner. Or the winner gets to spank the loser or something.
Is to get into mixing the sugar. And
Like, she's not even that hot! She looks old! This is one of the top online content creators for OnlyFans. This old bony bitch.
he says to mix the sugar until it dissolves. And then you said to like stir it until it starts to melt. And then I was like, oh, I have to probably add some stuff. I felt really stupid.
I hear you like a strawberry too.
I do like strawberry,
So
yes.
I'm doing passion fruit with strawberry. So I hope Chef loves it.
Chef Luna already has her sorbet
Thanks, my archiver, who has nothing better to do in his life than to just make sure everything I ever do online is archived.
going in the mixer.
She was moving
Jesus
so
Christ,
fast.
I'll
I
have,
was
I'll have a more complete life journey than Jesus of Nazareth.
how are you even doing all this?
That looks so cool. So I grab a bowl, put a bunch of spices on it. I put some mustard because I figured out Chef loved the seasoners. Fucking genius.
We are under 15.
Under 15.
Yeah.
I finished my orzo.
What the fuck is she doing with the garlic in the pan? I get roasting it. But you don't do that in a frying pan, my dear.
I'm just literally waiting for my fish. Okay, the fish.
Here we go. Check that fish.
All right, how many points do you think are given in dick sucking ability?
I'm stressing because I see that Luna's plates look beautiful.
Chef Riley has plated her orzo, which looks phenomenal.
I was gonna like replate.
2-minute warning. 2-minute warning, guys. 2 minutes.
Oh, fuck, we have to do the thing with the thing. I just kept thinking, like, what's the time? What is the time left? What is the time? It goes by so fast.
I'm gonna taste this.
Okay, so chef tasted my sorbet, and
That's good. That's good, chef. Man, that's really good.
hopefully
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm still 50-50 on Grandmaster Chef JoJo. Why do I think Gordon Ramsay would school this asshole?
Luna fucked up her sorbet, and I could be the sorbet winner.
So they're getting all the sorbet on the pan. Champion season 4, champion season 3. We're gonna count it down, guys. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Joshua Weissman would school him, and I have a hard time dealing with that guy.
2, 1. Stop cooking. Stop cooking. Enjoy each other's plates. Take a look.
Hell, I would actually maybe even edge Steven Reichland over this asshole. Again, I don't know his accomplishments. I don't know what he's done. I've never heard of this dickhead. I could do a simple Google search, but fuck it.
My plate looks like shit, but hopefully it tastes good.
Let's eat.
Well, I don't love men, but I like Gordon Ramsay more, but Harry Sisson does provide me with a lot of content.
Tell me what we did here with our fish and our orzo and all this beautiful freshness that we have right here.
So I was going for a little bit of a lighter. I feel like when I've eaten branzino, it's a bit more of like a fresh kind of dish. It's not usually too heavy. It's a bit on the lighter side.
Okay. The fish is flaky. It tastes like a good branzino to me.
Now, I don't like the judging system because he's interacting with the two of them and he's in the kitchen while it's being made. I think this should be a blind tasting because, again, this is why I keep bringing up the dick-sucking factor. Keep in mind, these are OnlyFans models. They make their money by letting 4 guys come on their faces at once.
Let's try this orzo. Very clean.
I'm the opposite.
Maybe a little bit more seasoning, you know?
I know.
Let's try.
And I'm sorry, I refuse to believe these bitches can cook this good. I absolutely refuse to believe it.
That's good. I like it. That's really good.
Oh, yay!
That's good. Let's start with the orzo.
Okay, so I don't know what this is, but you cannot say it was a pasta, so I made it like a little pasta. Truffle.
If you pay me enough, I'll let 4 guys come on my face. But we're talking in the, I don't know, 11-figure range, so multi-billion dollars, but if the price goes high enough, you'll be shocked.
Of course. And I asked some stuff that I don't know what it is. I think I put a little celery in there.
Hell, if the money is good enough, I'll let 4 guys come on my face and 2 come in my beard. And then call me Old Faithful.
You can go with a little bit more seasoning on here. Okay, maybe a little bit more truffle. You know what I mean?
I
but
thought
honestly,
about it.
Talk to me about your branzino.
So I did this sauce with olive oil. I put paprika, a little bit cumin.
Okay, it's flaky, very nice. Everything's seasoned very, very well.
passion fruit can never go wrong. So I do passion fruit with strawberry.
The strawberry jam when you throw it in
Yes,
there, yeah?
and then I put some agave and the sugar.
Right, she added agave and sugar. That's gonna make this thing super fucking sweet.
You guys are gonna fight over this ice cream.
God fucking damn it, Luna!
Well done, chef. One dish.
Wait, so she added agave, added all that sweet chip, and then sugar. How is that sorbet not sweeter than the fucking... Okay, he's just lying at this point.
One grand champion. Season 3.
I mean, because I know nothing exists that's called a Grandmaster Chef.
4. But I think I've made my decision.
As Chef Jojo is announcing the winner, I am not confident.
Riley is a really good cook. So I don't know.
And now we have to go to the OnlyFans actual channel to see the winner, which I don't give a shit about. Alright, next to another OnlyFans model. Here is a cornbread waffle stuffed with smoked turkey. Okay.
You want me to make you a sandwich? Fall off the bone.
Is that a waffle maker, or what the fuck is that? Alright, I have never seen a waffle maker like that, so props to you.
Perfect. Here you go.
Okay. I don't have that. Wow, I've never seen a waffle maker like that.
Hey, you hungry? Want me to make you a sandwich?
Alright. God damn it, shut up. Alright, I don't know if I'm going to end up doing this video or not, because it's something from Japan, and if it's in Japanese, I don't speak Japanese, so I'll do my best to react to it. Anyway, let's go. Alright, this is a chicken cheeseburger. Alright, so about a pound of chicken, ground chicken, chicken powder, which I assume is chicken bouillon, and garlic powder. All right. Medium onion, and something of corn flour, which I assume is cornstarch. Then we get some black pepper, paprika, mixed herbs. Okay, I'm with you. A couple tablespoons of breadcrumbs, salt, and is there going to be... All right, they're adding the cheese into the burger, which, as I have stated, is utterly fucking useless. Okay, I don't know what you're doing. It's been mixed. All right. Now we're, I guess, attempting to. Now, this might actually keep the cheese in, or at least enough of it to justify adding it. Because I'm assuming we're just making chicken patties at this point. By the way, this ain't from Japan. This is from India. How in the... Wait. How big are these things? You got 5 of them out of roughly 16 ounces of beef. Maybe a little more. Let's say 17 ounces. You got 5 of them. That means each one is 3... Basically a little over 3 ounces. So 3 ounces in general. And you probably threw 2 ounces of product away. And a chicken patty is not a chicken burger, jackass. For one, a chicken burger isn't breaded. And it's also not deep fried. So it looks like we have our chicken patty sliders. You're still losing your fucking cheese. Got your cheese dripping. Again, mixing meat into mixing cheese into the meat is utterly fucking useless. Utterly. All right, I've never seen this type of. Whoa! Back the fuck up. Hold up. Let me see this. Okay, ketchup, mayo. Okay, fine. Paprika powder, hot chili sauce, and cream? Alright, so I assume that's the mayo. Okay, we got the Tabasco sauce. That's the cream. And paprika. Dude, this is gonna be loose as fuck. Alright, well, whatever. You do you, if you like it. Salt and pepper and mayo and whatever the fuck this is. I'd add a few more ingredients, but that's just me. Alright, adding our sauce to the bun. I generally don't do this. I like to add lettuce to keep the bun crunchy, because I took the trouble to goddamn toast it. But, again, you do you. Alright, so I guess that was a thing. Alright, so let's learn about the best pasta sauce that we could possibly fucking make.
Favorite meat sauce, and it goes perfect with just about any pasta shape. I'm gonna show you how to make a large batch of sauce and then how to portion it for the perfect amount of servings depending on how many people that you wanna feed that day. At the end, I'll show you a cool hack on how to portion and store the leftovers for quick, easy meals when you're craving pasta. To get started, I'm gonna place a large pot onto my cooktop over medium-high heat. Next, I'll add our ground beef and pork sausage to the pot. While it's cooking, I'll add some salt and pepper and use a wooden spoon to break up the meat. Once all the meat's cooked, I'm gonna use a large spoon to remove it from the pot and set that aside. So I have all of the meat taken out of the bowl and I kept the fat inside, but you can drain this if you wanna save on some calories. I personally like to cook the veggies in that fat, but let me know in the comments if you're team drain the fat or team high cholesterol.
I actually usually deglaze with some red wine.
Next, I'll add our diced onions and I'm gonna let them cook for about a minute. Then we'll add our minced garlic and I'll give that a stir as well. I'll also add our minced green bell pepper. There's something about the green bell pepper that just hits different from the other colors in this particular sauce. Now give that all a mix and then hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper as well. Cook till the onions start to get a little translucent. So next I'm gonna add the cans of tomato puree, and this is different from tomato sauce. So if you look at all of the ingredients listed on the back of a can of tomato sauce, you'll see that they often add salt, garlic, some other spices, and water to thin it out. If you buy canned tomato puree, it doesn't have any of those added ingredients, and you can fully control the flavor and consistency of your sauce. 100% tomato puree is also a bit thicker, and it has a different consistency than the more watery canned sauces. Once I add all of the cans, I'll add a little bit of water, and you can add as much water as you like to get the consistency that you prefer. I'll also add our dried basil, some dried oregano, some brown sugar, and 3 leaves from the bay. And then I'll add back all
What is this insistence on adding sugar to pasta sauces?
of our cooked meat.
Like, yes, the commercial sauces like Ragu and Prego, they're sugary as fuck. But any premium sauce like Rao or Rayo or however the fuck you pronounce R-A-O has the same exact sugar content as a can of fucking tomato sauce. Jesus fucking Christ, you should only add sugar to take away the tinniness of the can. That's it!
I was honestly a little worried that this wasn't all gonna fit back in my pot. Oh my gosh.
Yes, I know, 1,000 grandmas are gonna smack the shit out of me for not using fresh tomatoes, but look, I'm a cook for the people. I'm a cook for the common man. We don't always have access to fucking super fresh, ripe tomatoes.
This thing is full. So just do your best to mix this all together, and I know this is
Yes, I do put a pinch of sugar, just a pinch. He put in a fucking quarter cup.
a lot of sauce, but just hang out with me for 1 minute and I'll tell you how to portion the perfect sauce to pasta ratio depending on how many servings that you want to make.
I try to make recipes that are actually accessible to people, that they can actually buy this shit at their local fucking grocery store.
I almost forgot to add the tomato paste, so I'll give that a little squirt and one final mix. Now once that sauce starts talking, I'm gonna pop the lid on and then I'm gonna lower the heat from medium-high to a simmer. And I'm gonna let this cook for about 2 hours. Just make sure to keep an eye on it and stir it occasionally. Before serving, I like to give it a taste test and add more salt and pepper if needed. The pasta that I'm gonna be making today are these huge rigatoni, but go with any shape that you like. I'm gonna bring a large pot of water to a boil and salt the hell out of it. Next, I'm adding a half a pound of pasta. And make sure to stir it so it doesn't stick together.
I'm sorry, this is something that sticks in my craw. I hate it when people do the half box of pasta. Just fucking use the whole box and have leftovers. Leftover pasta is delicious.
Just keep an eye on it and keep stirring it every now and then. You'll want to cook the pasta for about 2 minutes less than what's recommended on the packaging. Yes,
Thank you. I give it a bit more time, but
it will be undercooked. I will tell you why in a second.
The best way to test the doneness of the pasta is honestly just to take one out and take a bite. Make sure it's cooled down a little bit. Oh, it's hot. It's kind of hot. Take a bite.
pussy.
And you should chew it on the back of your teeth, and it should still have like a little bit of a bite to it. And it's right there, it's done. I'm just gonna throw this back in because this is my pasta.
Next, I'm gonna drain the pasta in the least ideal way to avoid having to move all of my lights and camera over to the sink just for this 5-second shot in the video. Also, don't forget to save some pasta water because you're going to need that for later. Now, I'm gonna throw a large pan on my cook.
Now, with very few exceptions, I've never really needed pasta water for a tomato-based sauce. I don't know what you're getting at here. Yes, there have been sauces that I've thinned out with pasta water. And always, yes, generally save about a cup of pasta water just in case you need it. I mean, worst comes to worst, you chuck the shit down the fucking drain.
Top over medium-high heat, and you can use a pan or a pot for this. And then I'm gonna ladle in some of our cooked sauce into our pan. The perfect ratio of sauce to pasta is 2 cups of pasta sauce per 1/4 pound of pasta. Since I did 1/2 pound of pasta, I'm gonna do 4 cups of pasta sauce. Once the sauce starts to simmer, I'll go ahead and add our 1/2 pound of cooked pasta, and then 1/2 cup of pasta water. 1/4 cup of pasta water per 1/4 pound of pasta. I'm gonna give that a few tosses to combine and then let that cook for about 2 minutes or until the pasta is perfectly al dente. Finishing the pasta off in the sauce is a great way to make the sauce stick to the pasta. I'm gonna go ahead and plate this up. Normally I'll use some
Make sure your pasta, though, is bronze cut.
freshly grated Parmesan cheese when I'm making a fancy pasta dish, but there's just something about that fake crasta that I love with this sauce.
What?
It's something my parents always had and used when I was growing up, and this sauce is also very similar to what my mom would make us.
What's good, Philip? I don't know if you're Italian, but if you are, they just revoked your goddamn Italy card.
All the time when I was a kid. After I finish enjoying my dinner, I usually place the whole pot of leftover sauce into the refrigerator overnight to cool down. The next day, I'll remove it from the fridge and then give it a nice stir. I got a link to these reusable deli containers in the description, and I'm going to use these 16-ounce containers and fill them up with the leftover sauce. I'll pop on the lids and then I can place these into the freezer for up to 3 months. Next time you're craving pasta, you just need to take out one of your big sauce ice cubes and don't defrost them. They pop right out of the deli containers and makes these things super easy to clean. To reheat the sauce,
I never clean my deli containers. I just throw them away.
place the sauce ice cubes into a saucepan and then pop on the lid and bring the heat to a low simmer till the sauce starts to melt. Just check on it and stir it occasionally. Then, you just need to cook your pasta just like I did earlier in this video and finish it in the sauce. I'd say a 1/4 pound of dry pasta per deli container, and this is going to make a very large serving for one person. This sauce goes perfect with my cheesy garlic bread recipe, and I'll be sure to put a link to that video in the description along with a breakdown of the sauce to pasta water ratio measurements.
Alright, so Not horrible, but keep in mind, those pasta, those deli containers that he was talking about, they're not designed to be washed. They're one-time use containers. They're not designed to be washed and cleaned over and over and over again. Maybe you get one other use out of it, maybe not. But I have to go pee. Okie dokie. Alright, hold on. It's still too loud. Okie dokie. Alright, let's do this. I think she's trying to be a bit of a role player now. Your wifey makes you a Cheeto sandwich. Well, one, any man worth his shit is never going to take you to wife. The highest you could achieve is maybe girlfriend. Because again, here's some tips, fellas. Don't wife chicks with tattoos, and especially anime tattoos. They're fucked. Also, don't wife chicks that are OnlyFans models. You can fuck them. I wouldn't put a ring on it, though.
Hungry? Want me to make you a sandwich?
So it looks like we have, okay, I gotta stop. Okay, it looks like we have, some chorizo, beef, onions, okay. And here's the thing. This chick can actually, at a level, cook. Mayo, lettuce, looks like barbecue sauce, tomatoes, whatever that fucking meat mix was, flaming hot Cheetos,
Perfect.
Tabasco sauce.
Hungry? Want me to make you a sandwich?
I mean, I'd at least try it. Not the worst thing I ever fucking ate. All right, so I typed into YouTube feminist cooking. I thought I'd get some fucking feminist cooking and I could make fun of it. But I clicked on by date of upload, and the biggest story is this cooking with Kaya shit. Now, I'm going to deal with some of the feminist reactions to her on Lord of Patriarchy. But I'm just going to give a reaction to her cooking videos. what I'm seeing now doesn't look that bad.
Another video. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Cooking with Kaya.
All right, so we have a baked potato, not that well assembled. I don't know what in the fuck that thing is, and it looks like we have a chicken breast. Okay. Alright, so she's seasoning the chicken breast that she cut open. Seasoning the cavity. So obviously we're either doing cordon bleu or a couple of... We're doing some sort of a stuffed chicken breast. Hold on, I have to go back. I mean, Jesus Christ, people accuse me of bad editing. Alright, so there's cream cheese, Parmesan cheese, cheddar cheese, all-purpose seasoning, and spinach. In what ratios? Okay, so she made some stuffed chicken breast, baked them in or fried them, or baked them, or did some in a cast iron pan. Okay, problems. Butter and flour in this. Whatever the fuck is this? Heavy whipping cream, cheddar cheese, Mott's cheese, Kobe Jack cheese, all-purpose seasoning, garlic and onion powder, and pepper. I have no idea what she's making.
Her friends didn't like dudes like us, but I arrested the coochie.
Is this a souffle or what?
Spiderweb sex must have got caught up, but there's more to it. I remember one.
But it can't be something she's doing in the oven because this handle will melt.
Saying less on the peons. Let's go to Vegas.
All right, now we're with macaroni and cheese that has sour cream and.
Make them say what we on. You say no like you was doing it for eons.
What the fuck is going on? Feminists, why are you so pissed off with her cooking ability? There is none to be had.
I laughed to myself when I changed the score. You said my sex was a lot, but my brain gave you more. Something about how your ex was a toy. I guess
If you only...
I don't know how that turned into the finished product, other than she cut the camera and a man came in and saved that fucking disaster. Where are we at? Because I know I want to end with something. I might have ended it with it the last time. But it's just so fucking funny to me. Alright. Ultimate bacon grilled cheese. How is this the ultimate? It's cheese, bacon, bread. It ain't that fucking hard.
Million times. Delicious does not have to be difficult. So in this video, I want to show you my favorite way to do a grilled cheese sandwich. It's basic, it's simple. We're just going to take care to pay attention to our little bit of technique here and there, add a few fun flavors. Well, actually, it's just cheese and bacon and bread and butter. Is that 4? That's 4 ingredients, right, CJ?
That's 4.
That's 4. Let's do it. We're gonna start with our bacon. We wanna start this first because we're gonna be cooking our beautiful grilled cheese sandwich in our bacon fat in just a bit. We're gonna cook that nice and well done. We want crispy bacon. while the bacon is cooking, we can get to our cheese. Now, Blackstone Betty will always tell you, you must shred your own cheese, and I concur when it comes to making a grilled cheese sandwich. So I have my grater right here. We're gonna start with 3 different cheeses, bud. We've got some cheddar.
I always use slices.
We've got a little bit of Swiss, doesn't have the holes in it, but it is definitely Swiss. And we've got some smoked Gouda. Now, I like to use 3 different kinds of cheeses to really kind of build up that cheese flavor because it's a grilled cheese. You gotta have that grilled cheese flavor. So I'm gonna start with my white cheddar and give that a nice shred. And this is a really fun thing you can do with grilled cheese sandwiches. You can mix up the cheeses. If you like one cheese better than another, go for it. If you want only one cheese, you can do that too, but you definitely want to get a nice shred. It's gonna help us with the melting process later. There we go, that looks good. All right, now I've got,
Okay, I'd probably do the hand thing if he's only making one sandwich.
But we have a lot of different flavor going on. This smoked Gouda is unbelievable. Let me get a little bite there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let's flip our bacon. Go kind of low and slow on your bacon so it gets extra crispy and nice and even. Our bacon is looking...
Now me, I like to do my bacon in the oven. That's just me. If you've never done bacon in the oven, do it.
Fantastic. I'm gonna grab a little bit of paper towel. I want to drain this off a little bit. We don't want all that extra fat. Also, that little bit.
Wait, you literally said 2 minutes ago you wanted fucking bacon grease. Whether you want it or you don't, my guy.
Of extra draining will give us a chance for that bacon to get really crispy. Pull all of these over. Right to our paper towel. Perfect. Look at that. Ooh.
Not directly after. I might do it a little bit after, but I gotta cook dinner after this.
CJ, I almost went into Frasier territory, but that's okay. That's actually what I want. I do want it extra crispy. If it's not, you kind of end up getting that little chewy bit of bacon, which you don't want. So I'm gonna go on a limb here, bud. Take it to the edge of Frasier.
Well, I don't give a shit about crispy bacon. I don't. I never have.
Frasier Town.
It's a dangerous place to live.
And you're the mayor.
Yes, I am.
All right, so to build our sandwich, find a good crusty bread. Generally in your grocery store, you'll find in the bakery, they'll have the beautiful loaf.
Generally, if I want crispy bacon, I usually am making bacon bits or something like that, so I just carve the bacon up and then throw it in the pan. That's when I want that. But for sandwiches, I found the oven produces the best product because the bacon is a lot softer and you just chew right through it. I also prefer thicker cut bacon over thin cut bacon. Again, these are all things that are indicative to the person known as me. If you like crispy bacon on your burger and you like 37 strips, and they're all like paper thin, then you do you. Hell, I might enjoy your burger too. I'm just saying how I make my burgers.
Loaves that they slice for you. I'm gonna grab a couple of these. And they're much, much bigger than just your average sliced bread. They also have a much nicer shape, which I'm a fan of. But get a good bread with a nice crust on it. Now to build this, it's very, very simple. You guys don't need me to teach you how to make a grilled cheese sandwich. But here I am.
Teaching away.
See? So I'm gonna get equal amounts of both cheeses. That looks pretty good. Now be generous. I feel like part of the place where some people kind of miss the boat on grilled cheese is they don't go cheesy enough. You definitely want ooey gooey magic. Let's take our bacon. We'll do 2 pieces here. And let's put some more cheese over the top. This is gonna hold
All right,
our
maybe
bacon.
I would have done bacon
Nice.
like that
Put our
for
top piece.
this.
I'm gonna give it a good little press before we get onto the griddle. I want to take some of this leftover. CJ, getting really close. There's a little bit of leftover bacon. I don't want the leftover bacon. I just want the fat. I'm gonna clean the griddle off just a bit. If you need to, bring back some of the fat. Right back in there like that. Now we're gonna add our butter right to the bacon fat and then put our beautiful sandwich right down into both. Essentially what we're looking for is a buttery bacon fat crisp on the outside of our bread. Does that make sense?
Makes sense to me.
Perfect sense. Oh, this is the magic.
Oh, I hear it.
That's
It's
the
singing.
magic. That is the magic. Let's give it a nice little cut. We can see our handiwork here. And now basically what we're looking for is this gooey, gorgeous inside. That bacon on there, that's just adding a little bit of salt. You know, we didn't season anything
All right, I gotta steal it.
in here. So what we're looking for is a stunning, crispy, beautiful grilled cheese sandwich loaded with cheese. That's it. That's the secret. Lots of cheese. Use any kind of cheese that you like. A little bit of bacon. Toast it in the bacon fat and butter, and you're off to the races. Mmm. Can you hear the crunch?
Bro, it was
Whoa.
resounding in my headphones.
Mixing the cheeses is a lot of fun, and it's a place you can play with your cheesy flavor, the cheesiness of your grilled cheese. The smoked Gouda for me is money. The Swiss gives us a really good cheesiness to it. You know what I'm trying to say.
Sure.
All right, that's enough of that. All right, I'm gonna tempt the YouTube gods, and we're gonna do this video from Gordon Ramsay.
I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing burger. And for me,
This is the most viewed burger video on all of YouTube. This motherfucker right here.
the secret of burger is in the blend. So we've got chuck, we've got the most amazing ground beef, and a little bit of brisket. First things first, season it. Once you've seasoned them, combine them together. We're binding this together with a touch of egg. That sticks it together.
All right. My only gripe right now is his burgers are way too thick. Yes, I realize I'm some jackass telling one of the best chefs in the world that his burgers are too thick. But his burgers are too fucking thick.
More importantly,
I don't like super thick burgers. I don't like half-pound burgers. If I want a half-pound burger, I want 2 quarter-pound patties.
try and get this done the day before. You get this done the day before, set them in the fridge so they stay nice and firm. That way they don't fall apart on the grill. Get that grill piping hot. Now, this is one of my most desired burgers, one of my favorite burgers. This
Jesus,
is
stop
for me
adding
called the
salt!
Burger, which is actually on sale at my burger restaurant at Planet Hollywood in Vegas. Now, season them. Let the meat relax a little bit. Don't take them out of the fridge ice cold, otherwise they'll be dry on the outside and raw in the middle.
I tend to agree with that.
Grill, piping hot. A little touch of oil on the burger to start off with. This is a beautiful grapeseed oil. Make sure it's seasoned. Also, roll the seasoning around the edge of the burger. You know, you can't season the burger after it's cooked, so make sure you roll that seasoning around the outside and mop up.
I don't really like committing to things. I'm scared. But when Verizon announced that I could lock in a low price for 3 years, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Can you hear me now?
All that seasoning. Gently oil the burgers and then on. Find the hottest spot, which is normally 2/3 of the way up. Once you put a burger on the grill, the secret is to move it as less as possible. The more you move it, the more chance you've got of breaking the burger. And then look, on.
Well, I don't build burgers the size of goddamn T-bone steaks. And me personally, my philosophy is move the goddamn meat as much as you fucking want.
Now from there, lid down. That incorporates the heat, gets a great sear on the bottom, so when we come to turn those burgers, they don't stick. How many times have you stuck burgers on a grill and wondered why it's sticking? Nicely oiled, quick sear, and put that lid down. Really important. Now, alongside my burger, I'm going to be toasting the buns. Why do we toast the buns? We toast the bun because there's nothing worse than the soggy bun. How many times you had a burger and the bun is wet? If you toast that bun, it gets nice and crisp and it protects the burger. So, salt, pepper, a little drizzle of oil, and lightly toast those buns. Back up, lift, quick, in, toast those buns. What goes well with the burger? Great cheese, tomato, lettuce, a little bit of mustard mayonnaise, and then
tomato!
Grilled onions. Peel the onion, slice them, lightly season them, salt, pepper, fresh grilled onions.
There are legends that say Gordon Ramsay is still seasoning this burger to this day.
On a burger, trust me, delicious.
And on the cold Oklahoma nights, you'll still hear salt, pepper on the cold Oklahoma winds.
Easy to do, absolutely phenomenal. Now, on. Season them. Keep them whole like that. That way they stop breaking up. And then look. I'm a firm believer in toasting both sides of my bun, top and bottom. Onions on, lid back down. Now, look at that bun. Beautiful. Turn these beauties over. Wow. The flame is the flavor, okay? Use a long
No,
scratch.
it's not!
That goes. A busy grill is a delicious grill. So, you don't cook the burger and then set it up for dressing. You get set up first. So while the burger's cooking, you get everything done first. It's a really important tip. Why? It stops the burger going cold, and also you want to eat it when it's piping hot. Mmm! Look at those babies. Caramelize those onions.
Now watch.
Love those.
Watch. There are 4 burger buns, but he only put 3 burgers on the grill.
Now, at my burger restaurants in Las Vegas, we baste the burgers with Devonshire butter. Today, we're just going to lightly brush a bit of butter onto the burgers. With that flame underneath, it sort of caramelizes the butter and puts this wonderful flavor on top. So, just lightly brush a little bit of butter on there. And it makes the burger so...
Yet he has 4 toasted buns, 5 patties. 3 of them might or might not get onions.
So tasty. Now...
Oh, I'll take that back. 4 of them will.
Want to become even more chefy, what can you do? Make a red wine butter, a chipotle butter. This is the basic, amazing recipe for a great burger. It's up to you to sort of make it your own. But lightly brushing the burgers with a touch of butter 2 minutes before they come off, so exciting. Look at the color of those burgers. Notice how there's no shrinkage there because we've got the right amount of...
There is an actual reason why some butter is yellow, and I wanna say it has to do with if the cow eats a lot of clover or something. I don't know. Butter's made out of milk. Milk is fucking white. Fuck you.
fat in there. And with this butter, it makes it so flavoursome. Right, time to flip.
Well, milk, cream, all that shit, it all comes out of the cow and it all comes out white. Fuck off.
Over. Again. Literally 3.5 to 4 minutes each side. Look at that. That is a burger to die for. And then a light brush. Now, before they come off the grill, lightly season them on the grill. Look,
Jesus, season them again?
From a distance. The first part of the seasoning is cooked and it's inside that burger. Last part of the
No, it doesn't burrow itself in.
seasoning.
Butter can be yellow. But it depends on the cow's diet that you got the fucking milk from.
Literally before you take them off, really important. Season, 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 season. Close. Now for the exciting part. Here's the base, okay?
But generally, if the cow is raised on a proper diet, the butter's white.
That's the bum of the burger. Base, base, base. 3 tops, 3 bases. Think about how you're going to assemble this. Think about once it's clutched in your hand.
Because the cow has a diet it shouldn't have if it's yellow.
30 seconds before those burgers come off, I'm going to put my nice, beautiful, rich cheddar cheese on top.
Yeah, and sorry, Jake, but fucking butter should be white. It shouldn't be yellow. It's bad for the cows. I thought you were supposed to be more compassionate than me.
So, on. Let's go there. Cheese on. 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 Remember, we season underneath that, so the flavor inside is going to be incredible.
So, is Ben Shapiro at this thing? Gordon, why didn't you give every burger a thing of cheese? Also, those patties are way too thick for one slice of cheese.
First off, a little touch.
His patties are 2 slices minimum
Of mayonnaise. This is a light mustard mayonnaise. On. Look at that. On. I'm going to go for the top as well. How many times have you seen?
Oh, I'm not trying to summon him, but Lord knows he'll see this. I mean, Jake's entire channel these days is literally covering me and playing games. That is literally it. He covers me, and then he plays games. And then he may go back to covering me.
Guests that have opened up a burger and they try to put ketchup or mayonnaise. Once you've assembled a burger, you can't break it down. You've got to put it together and eat it nice and whole. So you want this oozing out the side. Now, mayonnaise on. From there, take your lettuce and just lightly snap the lettuce, break that in half, and sort of manipulate the lettuce where it sits, literally, on your bun. Snap it, break it, and form the lettuce the same shape of your bun. Snap it, break it, and gently push it down. From there.
The only game I remember him playing off the top of my head is Baldur's Gate 3.
A nice slice of tomato. After that.
And Jake, to his credit, I will give him this. Shout out to you. He has been playing a lot of independent games too.
Give me an S, give me an A, give me an L, give me a T. Salt and pepper on that tomato. Lightly season it. Beautifully done.
Well, of course I watched it. Not all of it. I skimmed over it. That's why I know literally his streams have degraded to the point of it's just me and games and then back to me. I am literally Jake's entire world. He's the moon orbiting my Earth.
And look, from there, a touch more mayonnaise. A touch, just a touch. Now, here's where it goes up a level. Look at that cheese. That, come on, seriously? Beautiful.
That's not enough cheese for that thick of a burger. All you're going to taste is beef. You're not going to taste the cheese. In fact, I don't think you'll taste the tomato. You might taste the tomato. But the lettuce and the mayo, you ain't going to taste that. All you're going to taste in this is beef. 90% of what you'll taste in this is beef. And yeah, shut the fuck up. I realize I'm criticizing a multi-Michelin star chef.
On she goes. Number 2.
But that doesn't mean he's got at everything. And these burgers...
On she goes.
With that amount of meat, that thick of a patty, you are not going to taste anything but beef. I'm sure it's delicious. You'll probably have a buttery, soaky, beefy mess to deal with. But there's a reason McDonald's sells more than you.
I mean, number 3, on she goes. How do we elevate it even more? How do we take that to another level? Look at these.
Okay, now I have to go. Now you're only making 2 burgers, so who are the 3 other patties for?
Seriously, I mean, freshly grilled onions.
I mean, and this is why I threw out my ring molds for burgers. They made patties that were way too fucking thick. If you want to make a good burger patty, either a 1/4 or a 1/3 pounder, it can be done with a 1/2 pounder, but it gets a little tricky, is take 2 dinner plates, look at the dip that circles every dinner plate. Every dinner plate is elevated. And then press down in between the 2 plates. And boom, that should be your perfect patty.
To absolutely die for. Take them off. Caramelize the onions.
This whole thing of these super thick patties is just dog shit. And I'm sure Gordon Ramsay made these delicious. I'm not saying that, but I don't know. I have a detestment of thick patties.
And then the flavor from inside that is incredible. On. Be generous with those onions. There. I'm not a big fan of raw onion on a burger. It's too harsh, it's too acidic, and it blows the flavor of that amazing pate. And then look.
Yeah, but you know what I am a big fan of? Thinly sliced raw onion.
From there, on, down, and hold that baby. In, on, down.
Of course you need a toothpick.
Down, and on, down, and in. And look, watch what happens. Look at this. Slice, 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 slice. Down.
There should be something said for the fact that he had to use a fucking bread knife to cut the sandwich.
So if you can't manage a whole one, take half of one. And then look.
Again, you can just see here the ratio of beef to every other ingredient is just all you're gonna taste in this is just cooked ground beef. I mean, I'm sorry, but this sucks, Gordon. This fucking sucks.
We go boom, boom, and boom. And that is why I have one of the busiest households anywhere in America. When you've got a neighbor like Stevie Wonder next door that can smell those delicious burgers, Kim and Kanye 3 doors down, trust me, that is a burger to die for.
Jesus Christ, is this reference dated? All right, that wraps up this one. Screw it. No. Good night, everybody.